It is a beautiful Wednesday morning here on the Daily Dose on Nrtv. My name is Captain Awesome, the whole body, Zimbabwe, and it is a Wildlife Wednesday. It is also a Hump Day Wednesday, and it is also a Woman Crush Wednesday when we have time to be able to sit down with some of the most amazing, phenomenal women across Zimbabwe and have a chat with them and find out what to unpack from their stories and how you can take something from there and what they want to share with you, because we do have some phenomenal people out there raising the flag high and, of course, making sure that women are recognized in their fields and areas. Now, Women Crush Wednesday for today is a dynamic professional with a keen interest in dissecting contemporary and emerging business paradigms. Her name is Sandra Usiku.
Yep, that's me, and Nrtv gave me the best introduction. Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sandra, and this is Beyond Texolutely, a place for understanding tech and creating exciting narratives around it. So today I am going to be telling you how I ended up being on live TV on Nrtv talking about technology and business in Zimbabwe. So it didn't start from just me being asked to come. I was just having my best life this 2023, talking about technology in Zimbabwe. I am going to be talking about the future of e-commerce for small businesses in Zimbabwe. Working hard, creating my brand.
Let your technology be known by your friends and have 10 downloads, or people just know Tantanisha. Don't do that.
When you develop applications in agile methodology, you will have a shippable product, which is what we call the MVP, and you will incrementally develop things day to day, and I then ended up being on live TV. It was the most scariest thing. I had never been so nervous, but stay tuned. So today I am going for an interview at Nrtv.
It is a beautiful Wednesday morning here on the Daily Dose on Nrtv. My name is Captain Awesome, the whole body, Zimbabwe, and it is a Wildlife Wednesday. It is also a Hump Day Wednesday, and it is also a Woman Crush Wednesday when we have time to be able to sit down with some of the most amazing, phenomenal women across Zimbabwe and have a chat with them and find out what to unpack from their stories and how you can take something from there and what they want to share with you, because we do have some phenomenal people out there raising the flag high and, of course, making sure that women are recognized in their fields and areas. Now, Women Crush Wednesday for today is a dynamic professional with a keen interest in dissecting contemporary and emerging business paradigms. Her name is Sandra Usiku. Now, her academic background in IT management synergies, technical prowesses with a profound understanding of business dynamic, particularly in the technology sector. Now, without saying too much about it, because if I try and explain it, it makes it seem like I'm mansplaining. I'd rather Sandra comes in and talks to us and she lets us know more about herself and her journey. Sandra, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Now, I was reading your profile and I found it very interesting, and I would love for you to share more and expand more on that from your perspective of how you went through your journey.
Okay, funny enough, can I say I landed into technology by mistake?
Really?
I always wanted to be like an actuarial scientist, and I found mathematics very intriguing. So I was like one of the best maths student. But during an orientation, someone said something about technology, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna jump into technology.
Right.
So I am into the in between the business and the technology side. So I work as a product management or a product manager or a business analyst. So I always find myself into, like, when there's a site, I was like, no, what was going through the business analyst head? And I'm going through the different functionalities of a system. And so I think I've grown my interest into that.
Right.
And yeah, that's how I ended up studying and also working in the technology field.
Now, I'd like to ask you two questions on that one. The first one would be, how important is technology right now in terms of on a business perspective like you're speaking about? Because when you talk about technology, most people assume that we're talking about have a website, have internet visibility or whatever it may be, digital visibility.
Yeah.
Without really looking at the actual business admin aspect of it or the importance of the other facets of IT in business. How important is that, and how has it been as a woman in the IT sector? Because I mean, the numbers are growing, but I'm hearing that it's still kind of tricky.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll start with the first question. How important is technology in business? It's very, very important. It automating certain processes makes everything very easy. So imagine right now, they're now internet banking. Imagine like if you want to withdraw money, you have to queue up at the bank, but now you can just do a zip it on your mobile money. So it actually increases the efficiency and effectiveness of certain processes that needs to be done. And yeah, like you say, people think technology is having a website. It's more than that, because for me, my job is to try to understand what's your process. So why are you duplicating this? Why can't you take this from this database? Why can't you, like when you put a fingerprint, like when you're sick right now and you are doing a claim, you don't have to come with a claim form. You just...
Oh yeah, just put your thumb.
Exactly. Yeah. It's picking up a database from a particular claim or whatever that it is, and then that's technology that is just going on. So it improves the efficiency, and you will not see it until you then go to a very manual process. That's when you're like, why can't you do this? So I urge people to, use technology, even for your business, like just put up your numbers. Don't be calculating profits based on the money in your wallet. Have a dashboard, see what is selling, what are people looking for, what are people looking at, analytics, like social media now have those things. People who have liked, share, what are they looking into, the hashtags, what are you trying to do that? So it's very broad, and people are not utilizing technology so much. But the companies that are, I think it's okay, it's fine. And then the second question, you talked about women.
Yes.
I think there was a blog that I read earlier that women in Zimbabwe, it's only 28% of women in ICT. Being a woman in a male-dominated field is very challenging, I'll tell you, because you are, especially my job, you're telling them like, it works, but I have a better solution for it.
I can do it better. I think we have another way of doing this.
Yes.
They don't like that. There's a bit of pushback.
There's a bit of pushback. At work, like sometimes I find myself in a boardroom with like maybe 17 men. I'm the only one. And people will be like, good morning, Jets. And I'm like, morning. Because no one has time to say, and a lady. Like, I think the organization I'm working at right now, people call each other Mkanya, Soko. And then I'm like, because I'm from Utari, so people are like, oh, Wasu, because
so it's just a generic...
It's a generic thing, like no one's saying miss, like there isn't such that. But it's very challenging. But what I can say is what men do, like they always tell young girls, what men do, women can do better.
I'm jealous, but you know what? I've experienced it, so I can't say too much about it.
Yeah, so we have that certain eye that, like when you're developing platforms, I'll be like, but why don't you do this? Because there's these users that want this. And it's very important for women to be involved in such technology stuff, because we also need technology that is based off women, what we think. So something like what I always tell people when I tell them, when you're in my car, don't use your phone, I'm always cautious about my safety. And my brother or someone like, no, it's safe. I'm like, no, I am a woman. Anyone can jump on me. But then for guys, they'll be like, do they have muscles? So you want to have like those technologies that are for women, like, your period tracking application. Men don't really care about that, but it's something that women use. So it's also important for women to be involved in these technologies.
I like the fact that you brought up that example, where there actually is, it's also important for the women to be involved in technology, because this technology can be tailor-made for the women to actually, benefit from. Are there any innovations that are coming out of Southern Africa or out of Zimbabwe specifically, where we say, Kuti, this is something that women are doing for women, or women are doing for just the country at large or the region at large, that have caught your eye and said, this is going to go somewhere, this is going to be, not necessarily having to have designed from scratch. I mean, you don't have to redesign the wheel, but to perfect it for our economy, our country, our genders in Africa?
Yes, there are quite a few that I've seen that have caught my eye. So I don't know if I could mention the names, but I saw this one.
I mean, are we selling them or not selling them?
No, we're not selling them. Okay.
These are the ones that you like.
Okay, so there's this one about young women who have children in business. So you're like maybe a mom and you have a business and you're trying to manage your finances. So sometimes maybe you have your child at your workplace. Like let's say you have a small shop and you have a child at workplace. So it's more like, how do you
like put the money to buy your child ice cream?
Right.
Is it part of the business? Is it part of an expense of the business, or it's from your own pocket? So it's just to like manage your business finances and also include certain things like maybe your child broke something, your child. So it's not like you are not doing well, but maybe it's accidents that or costs that are related to being a child, which is very common because fathers don't go with their children at work or at a store, but then women have to face that. Then there's also something called, I don't know if you, like your parents used to play around women.
Yes, for the neighborhood or for their family, their group church.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
So there's like an automated platform for that, who has paid around, who has borrowed money, the interest, and all this. Because I know men don't really pay around, like if they've like they've bought a box of cooking oil to distribute, who was given, who had a share of something else. So it's more like those automation that are now into all these technologies.
Right.
Then also I saw something like learn your mother tongue. So let's say most people are like going to maybe the UK, you know. So obviously you might meet a white gentleman, you know, someone who's non-Zimbabwean. Or maybe you have decided to, you know, let go of your culture because of the environment. So it just teaches you to, you know, like teach your child what to say, go, whatever. Like when they do come back, you know, your child is not really like pure.
It's like Duolingo, but specifically for particular regions where we're saying what we're learning Shona or we're learning the or we're learning. Oh, okay, that's I like that.
So it was from a Wasu person.
Yeah.
So now we have this Wasu, because imagine my child from UK saying, my mom saying something in a Wasu, and they're like, no, that's not Shona. Yeah. But then it's actually Shona. So just you have to cater different dialects for.
And that's cool. Because I mean, like that's something like you just have on your phone. Easy access, easy to download. You can just move there on the go, and it's tailor-made for us because it's made by Zimbabwe.
Yes,
that is absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
Now, another question I wanted to ask you is, what are you seeing as the growth sectors in Zimbabwe, especially in the ICT industry, or what sectors would definitely benefit more from ICT input?
Okay, so I think health is more into the ICT. Because there are now these new devices for your gym, for your whatever, but it's not interoperability. Like you can have your watch, but it doesn't really show you what you're supposed to eat and cook and buy when you're buying. So I wish your watch would tell you, no, you are supposed to lose 2 kg, so don't buy that burger, you know, something like that. Then I also think into digital marketing. Technology needs to rise. So people make a lot of noise when you're launching something, you're launching. But no one really does a follow-up. So I always tell people like, okay, like in a bus, why do we have a sticker? Like why can't you just pick like me, I like this, and then just give me automated adverts. So let's say you want to buy milk, right? So there are like 2 brands, brand A, brand B. Then you're checking because of the price, right? And then because on your savings application, you want to save a little dollar, but you want the expensive one. Right. Can you just argument like no. You want to save for your money.
So you want that algorithm to make that decision.
Exactly.
To help you out.
Exactly.
But you know, like you want it, but should you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or then when you want to get it, like, do you know this one that you're leaving tastes 30% better than this one, and most people use it, and it's cheaper. Like if you can have that, not like, okay, I want to go to supermarket B, supermarket A. So if I would want to have technology into digital marketing as well, then something that I feel like Zimbabwe is lacking is education. So there aren't a lot of online platforms locally that like teaches a lot of stuff. So growing up, we used to go to my extra lessons. There's a teacher doing extra lessons, or there's this tutor doing extra lessons. If I could benefit from extra lesson teacher A in Blawayo who's good, then it's on a platform that everyone can just jump in, pay subscriptions for. And then it's no longer like in a community based, but like I can learn Shona from a Chitungiza teacher and English from a Blawayo teacher on a platform, and everyone passes. Yeah. And then also the Zimsag green books. If they can be automated.
We have to make a plan about that. You know what? I'd love to sit down and talk to you about that, especially education like you're talking about. I think we're running out of time here, but we have to get into books and education for the kids. I think that's a really, really big deal because, my nephews and nieces at this house, son, but thank you so much for coming through. Next week, you have to come through and sit down again. You're my Women Crush Wednesday every Wednesday from now on. Until we're finished with this, until everything is fully digital. Keep it locked on. It is the Daily Dose on Nrtv, channel 288. Can I take a quick break?
So after the interview, I had an extra thing that I needed to do. Comment below what you think about the interview. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.